The Amazing Spider-Man to make a comeback at D23 with an announcement? Let's talk about it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about that new D23 poster that has just been released. But before we do get into that, if you are new around here and enjoy all types of Spider-Man content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we cover the news from the games and movies and the shows, and we also do fan fictions as well on the channel. So if you are interested in all that, then make sure to subscribe. But with that being said, let's get straight into the news. So this poster was released, as you can see on screen, but the more interesting thing about this is that Spider-Man is in the bottom left hand corner of the poster. Now that isn't any surprise at all, because as we do know, Disney owned Spider-Man. Now before you guys say, well, Sony owned Spider-Man, well, no, Disney owned Spider-Man because Disney owned Marvel, but Sony owns the film rights to Spider-Man, which is what makes what we're going to talk about today even more interesting. Because yes, Spider-Man is a big part of the theme parks in Disneyland and Disney World. He's also a big merchandise seller for Disney as well. He's also had a few shows on Disney XD as well, so he's a big part of Disney. But what's most interesting about this is the Spider-Man that's on this poster isn't a Spider-Man that is associated with Disney. This isn't Marvel Spider-Man. This isn't a Spider-Man freshman year, so any variation of the MCU. This isn't even Ultimate Spider-Man. This is Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man. As you can see, this is the same pose he was in on the cover of the TASM 2 video game, with him hanging upside down. But I've seen a few people on Twitter saying, well, this could have just been an artist that has been given the task to draw Spider-Man, and then they've pulled the first image that they've searched up on Google Images, which could have very well been the TASM 2 video game cover. But it does make it weird that this isn't any Spider-Man associated with Disney, since Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is directly owned by Sony, because he is a film adaptation of the character. And we know this is Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man by the logo alone. The logo is very sharp and pointy, it's very long, very reminiscent of what the logo for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man looks like. So this has been leading on to people theorizing that potentially Marvel Studios and Sony have a new collaborative project to bring us The Amazing Spider-Man 3, akin to all the rumors that have been coming out about Andrew Garfield returning as Spider-Man at some point in the future in The Amazing Spider-Man 3. But is it possible that Andrew Garfield could be returning as Spider-Man? Is this a hint towards him returning? Sadly, in my opinion, I don't think so. Yes, I know, this whole thing is very much a big stretch. And there's no doubt about it, that is Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. No one can tell me that isn't Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. The suit alone, the pose, the spider symbol, that is the Amazing Spider-Man. And there's no doubt about that. But I think this is just purely a coincidence. Even if Marvel Studios and Sony had come to an agreement to make The Amazing Spider-Man 3 starring Andrew Garfield, they would not announce it at D23. The same way that they have not announced any of the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies at any Disney event ever. If you go back and look at the announcement for Phase 3, and for Phase 4, and for Phase 5 and 6, Spider-Man is nowhere to be seen. And that's because at the core, these are still Sony movies, so Sony would be the one to announce it. Obviously, in the future, if Disney somehow has more of a financial stake in the movies going forward, in a new deal potentially, then we could see more Spider-Man stuff from the movies get announced at events like D23. But at this point in time, it is usually Sony who announces the Spider-Man movies. So I very much doubt that TASM 3 will be announced to be a Marvel Studios and Sony collaboration at D23. And I think this is just purely a coincidence. But then again, there is always that inkling of, well, why the hell did they use The Amazing Spider-Man? Surely they would have had someone to verify this poster and to give it the green light to go ahead. Surely someone in Disney would have noticed that, well, that's not our Spider-Man, and surely would have changed it. So I don't really know what's going on here, but I want to know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. What do you think about this? Do you think this is a stretch? Do you agree with me? Or do you think that maybe there is a chance that TASM 3 will be announced at D23 somehow? I want to know all of your thoughts, but with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like on it, and also make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all types of Spider-Man news. We cover everything from the news, from the games and movies and the shows, and obviously stuff like this. Every nitty-gritty detail for Spider-Man 4, everything like that, we cover it here on the channel. But with that being said, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care and peace.